What a disaster this room looks like. Yeah, we're like rock stars destroying hotel rooms. All right, one more complimentary breakfast before we leave today. That's the wrong one. No, that's the right one. Lobby. Here's how you make a chilaquiles. Chilaquiles is kind of like a breakfast nachos, huh? Chips. A little bit more. Eggs with hot dogs. A little bit of cheese. Some sour cream. This is what our drive looks like today. We're in Salina Cruz. We're gonna drive pretty much along the coast, all the way to Puerto Escondido. 253 kilometers, 3 hours and 55 minutes is what Google estimates. So that means Google thinks I can only go about 40 miles an hour the whole way, which suggests these roads may not be so great. We came from Oaxaca earlier this week, and you can tell that there are 3 ways. Get out to the coast, all about the same distance. We chose to go this way because these 2 ways, apparently the roads are insanely windy and slow. This would have been the closest, fastest way. 256 kilometers that it would take 6 hours and 7 minutes. That is insane. And look at all these twists and turns. And our second option was going this way, which is a little bit farther. Actually, a good deal farther. It is about 60 kilometers farther. And it still takes 6 hours and 21 minutes. And to go all the way around here and then come all the way over here, which is what we've done, is 7 hours and 46 minutes. So we essentially broke up this drive into 2 and got to hang out in Salina Cruz for a few days. And now we're going to do this lake today. It just seemed like a more scenic way to drive, and not having to do 6+ hours in one shot was our plan. So today we're going to do that second leg. Get to Puerto Escondido. And just look how close we are to the Guatemala border. Look at that. From Salina Cruz, we're only about 300 miles away to Guatemala. This is as far south and east, not quite the furthest south. Puerto Escondido is actually further south. Huatuco will be the furthest south that will be on this trip. But we're just going to drive past it today. We may come back and do a visit later in the next month while we're staying in Puerto Escondido for the month. But this is as close to Guatemala as we will be this time around. If we come back to Mexico, we'll definitely go farther. What do you see in this painting?
Dad, this is really heavy.
Is everything cleaned up? Here's some trash. Put in the trash can.
Miss, can you see?
Don't forget this one.
Missy.
Alright, I think we're all packed up. GoPro, grab that. Phone. Alright, goodbye. Is that us overweight? It's not gonna fit. Oh. Really doesn't seem like this elevator should have been overweight. You can carry 10 people. I never did go to the pool, but the kids and Marlene did. They went to the pool twice, in our 4-night stay. I'm okay with that. See you later, Wings Army.
Bye.
Can you guys say bye? The only place we went to in this town besides Walmart. And I went to Domino's. I went to AutoZone. There's a decent chance we'll come back this way because we don't want to drive the long way up through the mountains back north, and we probably don't want to drive through Acapulco because we're not supposed to go through there. So the next 30 days we'll figure out what we're gonna do, and maybe we'll come back through here if there's something really cool still to see. This is the town of Puerto Escondido. We're just gonna spend one night here. We are here at the little town called Zipolite, which is not that close to where, I mean, it's close enough to where we need to be. It's closer for sure. We're gonna grab a bite. We need to find a place to spend one night before we go to Puerto Escondido. So this is originally our idea, but it sure feels pretty dang hot here. Looks awesome. Why are you taking all the stuff off? Like she has to walk across the street to get beers for us. Huh? Yeah. It's pretty Mexican.
If they don't have it on the menu, they'll just walk and get a break.
Oh yeah. I have a cat. Oh, look at the kitty cat. Kitty cat. Oh, he likes to wiggle. Oh no. There he goes. Really glad to have made it back out to the coast. The lady that runs this place is an American. Just talked to her about it a little bit. She has been here for 10 years. Came here for a 3-week vacation from Pennsylvania 10 years ago and have not been able to make it back. It's pretty funny. Sounds like a familiar story that we heard from a lot of people. May is actually the hottest month here in Oaxaca along the coast. You would think that maybe in the summer months would be hotter, but the reason for this is May starts to get hot, but is before the rainy season actually starts. That's why May is exceptionally hot, because there's no rain to cool down the weather. Whereas in July, August, September, they have rain here. That significantly helps with the temperature.
Don't put your face in the dog's face, okay? Why? Because in case he snaps, you can snap your face.
Eat your face off. This is a nude beach.
Oh boy.
What did you see?
Somebody naked with no guts.
That's where we are, for those of you wondering. We found a place at Playa Zipolite. Cabañas La Habana. These are really cool. These are like little cabanas on stilts. Off the beach, raised, and there's like just space out here that we're camping. Right on the water. You get nice shade down here. When there's a breeze coming through here, it's super nice. So it's a good spot. It's definitely the off season. Not that many people are here. And this is a fairly popular beach. Still the nude beach. Fairly popular. But the water is pretty rough. Not a place that I would recommend for the kids to kind of go out there and play a ton, but it's nice, you know? Especially when the sun goes behind the clouds and the breeze. Weather's still really nice. So I asked how much they wanted. They wanted 200 pesos. Isn't considered expensive, but Oaxaca, from everything that we've heard, is supposed to be like super cheap. So 200 pesos for just kind of camping by some buildings wasn't what I would consider cheap for Mexico. It's only like $11, $12 depending on the exchange rate right now. But I know that our friends have stayed here as much as like 2 months ago and paid less. So I had to do a little bargaining. Probably could have got him down lower, but I ended up paying 150 pesos to camp here. And there's a plug we can plug in if we want, but we probably won't. Our batteries are pretty charged. It's pretty sunny. We're just gonna be here for a night. And we're leaving tomorrow to go to our Airbnb. I gotta pop the top. This read 95, so it's going in the right direction at least.